Hey, what's up guys? Adam here from Arbitrage Authority, and in today's video we're going to discuss how to track your profits on eBay. I put together a little spreadsheet that I use for my business, and I'll show you guys how I use it, and also I'll put a link below so you guys can download it and use it for your business as well. Before we get into that, if you're new to the channel, thanks for checking out our video. Again, we mainly focus on eBay drop shipping, but we will be getting into WordPress drop shipping, Shopify drop shipping, as well as other forms of arbitrage on this channel. So please, if it's something that you're interested in, subscribe to the channel. That way you'll be notified if when we come out with new videos. And also, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to post below the video and we'll get back to you. Or if it's something that requires a more detailed answer, we'll shoot another video and help you get through it. So that being said, let's get into the spreadsheet. So basically, I just created this Excel sheet. I added some formulas in there, and we'll kind of run through and I'll explain how it all works, how I use it. So pretty much you have these different columns here that we fill in with data as we get orders throughout the day. The first one is the date, so we'll put today's date in it. eBay order number is the order number inside of eBay. So if we go to my eBay and then we go to waiting shipment, you can see that we have an order ready to ship, and the record number is the number that we want to use for our eBay order number. The reason for that is if we ever have an issue with that order, we can come back to the spreadsheet and look up where we bought it from and all the information for that order. So we use that number. Next, we have source. This is where we source that product from. And the order number, once we place the order on our sources website, for in this case, let's say Target, Target will give us an order number. We'll paste it into our Excel sheet for future tracking. And then we have our part number here, which is the actual part number of the item on Target's website. A description of the item. It's a coffee cup, and the quantity that was ordered is 1. The state that the person lives in is California, so we put CA here. Paid is what we paid for the item at our sources website, so it cost us $100. Any ads, so here's where I would put anything related to promoted listings or any advertising I do. That value goes in here. Any tax that we paid on our sources website would put in here. Any shipping charges that we had to pay would go in here. And then any tax we collected from our sale on eBay, it goes in here. And then how much we sold it for on eBay goes here. And then fees is, I just put 15%. I'm going to show you how we calculate the actual fees at the end of the month. But to give me more room to play with, I use 15% here. Our profit on that sale was $31.20, and eBay and PayPal fees were $22.53. The cashback site that we used was Giving Assistant, and they paid us 3% cashback, which gave us $3. Store rewards, Target doesn't have store rewards, so we didn't earn any there. But on this order, we earned, depending on the store, if they have rewards, you can enter the percentage here. If not, just leave it 0. So you can see all the data that I input onto this Excel sheet. So if there's ever a problem or a question, I could come back and I have all the information here. Now, what I'll do is I'll go through and I'll just show you how it kind of works. So let's say we had another order today and it was through Walmart. I'll just use some dummy numbers here and some dummy stuff. So let's say it was a shelf. They ordered 1 piece. They were in Colorado, and it cost us $99. Let's say I did a promoted ad at 5%, so it'd be $4.95. We didn't pay tax, no shipping. We didn't collect any tax, and we sold it for $143. Now, you can see here that it's not automatically calculating. So what I'll do is I'll take 2 rows here and I'll just drag it all the way down, and then it automatically populates those fields with the formula. So we sold it for 99, or we sold it for 143. We paid 99. We spent $4.95 on promoted listings, and our profit was $17.30. Our eBay and PayPal fees are $21.48. giving assistant 4% came out to 396, and there's no store rewards. So our profit would be 1730 plus the 396. I don't really count these cashback as profit until I get paid on it. So I just use this number as my actual profit for the item. Now, the formula for this is up here if you guys want to just like, you don't want to download it and you just want to copy it yourself. There's the formula. Basically, what it's doing is it's taking our sold price, subtracting the 15% fees, and then subtracting what we paid, any ad spend, any tax, any shipping, and then it adds in any tax we collected to factor in the final price. So that being said, at the end of the month, what I do to determine the actual profits is I come over here and delete these. Let's say it's the end of the month and I want to do my calculations. So I'd come here and I would do a sum of all these sales here. So you could just do auto sum and it'll take all the sales here, enter. Then I take this and I auto sum all these sales here, and it gives me an actual overview. So for this month, I spent 489 buying products. I spent $8.30 on ads or promoted listings. I paid $8.80 in taxes. I collected $15.84 in taxes. I sold 684, and I made a profit of $88.96. Now you could delete this one. Now to actual figure in your actual profit, what you need to do is go back to eBay, go to your account settings, and then go to your last invoice. Okay, and then if you scroll down your invoice, you'll see this fees as a percentage of your sales. So it'll show you your total monthly sales, and then it'll show you your fees in percent. Now these fees, they do include your store fee. So this will give you a more realistic profit statement for the month. Let me open a calculator. So what I do is I take this 9.63 and I add in 2.9% for PayPal. So our total fees in percentage is 12.53%. So we'll come back to this spreadsheet and we'll do, so we'll add in the 12.53% and then we'll select both cells and drag it down. And then now you could see that our profit actually ended up being more because our fee percentage was lower. So at the end of the month, we made $105.87 in profit. And we also made $18.67 on cashback and then 50 cents in store rewards. So this will show you your actual profit on eBay. And then what I'll do is I'll come over here and I'll put in, just so I have the notes for it. So I'll say eBay invoice, tools, and profit. And then what you do is you go back to your invoice and you look for the total due and you take that number. And keep in mind that number may not match the number here just because you have some items that are, let's say you canceled some orders and the final value fees aren't credited back to your account this month. They'll go back in next month. So you may see a slight difference between the two. So just take your actual eBay invoice that you're paying and enter that number here. And then your tools, whatever you spend monthly for your tools. So if you're using any type of software to track your products or to list your products, you want to add in how much you're spending a month there. And then your profit would be, you calculate your profit, you would just type in equals, and then you click on this number, minus, and then this number, your tools. Hit enter, and then that's your actual profit for the month, minus your tools costs. So I know it's kind of like a lot of data here, and it's kind of gets kind of overwhelming and complicated, but And once you start using it, you'll get used to it, and it really helps in the future when you do have run into some issues. Let's say, for example, someone that bought the frisbee decided that they wanted to return it. So what I do is I come over here. I'll have a note section, and then I'll just say, this date, customer canceled, wants to return. I'll put some notes in there, right? And then when the customer does return the item and I process the refund, then I'll say, 6, whatever date that is, I'll just say refunded. That way I have a note. So if they ever come back to me and say, hey, I never got my money, you can come back to your spreadsheet and you'll have the information here. That it'll tell you that on 6/10 you refunded it. You can go back into PayPal and pull up, the transaction for that and show them, hey, we refunded it. That way there's no issues, because a lot of times, if you're not keeping track of this stuff, you may end up getting confused. You may not remember because there's so much going on. You end up doing a lot more work trying to research if you refunded it or not, versus just coming to the spreadsheet and you have everything here. So hopefully this helps you guys. I know it's a bit complicated, but it's well worth it once you use it and get used to it. And in the long run, it's going to save you a lot of time and money. So thanks for watching. And again, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to post below. Also, be sure to subscribe to the channel so you get notified of future videos. And also, if you're interested in learning more about drop shipping, we have a link below to our website, which has a online course where we teach you basically everything from A to Z. Whether you're new or advanced, you'll end up learning something. So if you have any questions or comments about this video, feel free to post and we'll get back to you. We're here to help. That's kind of why I did this channel. So that being said, take care, guys, and we'll see you in the next video.